Hey everybody, this is Terry at Hobby Barn. I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm still kicking, but this mostly I just wanted to do this update to let everybody know that how I've been feeling or doing in this past month. A lot of all of my subscribers, you already know that my health has not been good for the last month. But for those of you, it's just this is your first time being here. I just want to put out there that this is not a health channel. This is a model car channel. I do build model cars. Just a little slow doing it, but I don't want anybody to get misconfused or anything to thinking that this is a health channel that just to keep up to date on how my health is going. I do build model cars, but those of you that are my subscribers already know this. And for those tuning in, you can always go to my intro video and it will explain everything in the detail more about what's going on. But anyway, in the meantime, a lot of my subscribers, all you, some of you already out there know, past couple of weeks, my health is really going down bad, and that's what I want to make this update for. If you noticed in the description, it says my hospital stay, which I just got out. But that's basically what I want to do, is just to update everybody on what's took place over the last couple of weeks. And to start off with, my lung doctor made an appointment for me to have a CAT scan on my lungs July the 2nd. And so I went and had it done, and everything's went downhill from there. And to start everything, or to kind of fill everybody in, or to make a story out of it, when I went to have the CAT scan done, they took me back to the room, put me up on the table, and laid me down. Well, when they done that, my oxygen level started dropping out real fast. It actually got down to 61%. And some of y'all out there may know a little bit about the oxygen levels, but anywhere from 67% below, your skin starts turning blue. That's why if you go to the hospital and you hear them call code blue over the intercom, that's the reason why that person's oxygen level has dropped so low that their skin is starting to turn blue. But anyway, I scared these girls that was in there to getting me ready, to run through the CAT scan. Scared them to death. They panicked. I told the one girl, I said, get my oxygen on the wall hooked up and turn it to 10 liters, because I'm normally on 4. And I've been through this before, so they always turn it up twice as much as what I normally have in order to get me enough more oxygen to get my oxygen level back up quick. They got it back up to 84%, and it gradually kept going on up to, it got up to about 94, 95. And I told them it'd be fine if they just go ahead and do the CAT scan and get it over with, and then they can turn my oxygen back down. So that's what they done. They've run it through, done the CAT scan. Once I got back out and was able to set back up, they cut my oxygen level down. I hooked up, went from their oxygen on the wall back to my portable oxygen at 4 liters, and I was fine from then on till I got back home. But like I said, everything went downhill from there. July the 14th, my lung doctor called with my results to tell me what the CAT scan showed. At that time, she said I had a 7 millimeter spot on my left lung that showed in the CAT scan, which has been there for several years, so there wasn't no big concern. But the biggest concern was that one of the blisters that I was born with on my lungs, and what's caused all the problems start with when they collapsed, is one of those blisters has busted again, and it's put a hole into my lung, and it's letting the air on my left lung seep out into my body. And in other words, the air that's going through that is useless. It's not doing me any good. But that was really nothing they can do about that, because my oxygen is so low or level that they can't go in and operate on me, because they can't get me back off ventilator. So the doctor told me that if I kept getting worse, or my breathing and stuff got worse, to go to the emergency room. Well, this was like on a Tuesday. This past Friday, my oxygen got so bad, or breathing, I couldn't breathe. I was smothered to death, so I had to call the ambulance. Ambulance come out and got me, took me to the local emergency room. They took me in. They started doing all the IVs, the X-rays, the blood work, and everything like that. And they give me steroid shots and everything to help get my breathing back up, breathing treatments, everything to take the thing up. And but they was able to do all that before, by the time they got my results back. The ER doctor come in and she told me, she said, I'm not as worried as much about your breathing as your sodium level is extremely low. And she said, I'm going to have to admit you whether you had any breathing problems or not. She said, you're on the verge of having a stroke. So went from worse to even worse, or getting even worse. They don't get no better until after day I come home from the hospital. But anyway, they took me. They was going to admit me. They didn't have no beds. This is the local hospital out here in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, where I live. So they had to send me, transfer me, or transport me, whatever you want to call it, to Lexington, to the main hospital, their main hospital, St. Joseph in Lexington, which I want to give a shout out to my good buddy Doug Hensley down there in Lexington, that lives in Lexington. On Hensley Hobbies, y'all get a chance to go check his page out. He's a great modeler and a real good friend of mine. And he has one awesome vegetable and flower garden. You need to go look at that and nothing else. But anyway, getting back to the point. When they got me to the emergency room down, or actually they didn't have to get me to the emergency room down there. They had already got me a bed set up, and they took me straight from the ambulance right straight up to the room. Well, once I got up there, then they started treating me for the sodium level being too low. They started giving me the sugar water or saline water or whatever it is. They gave me sodium salt pills, just checking every blood enzyme level that they could, heart enzymes, everything, because they couldn't figure out where it was going. I was getting too much water output as compared to water input, or the amount of fluids I was taking in. I was putting out more than I was taking in, and it wasn't gaining none. So then they called in a kidney doctor, plus a lung doctor, or a lung specialist and a kidney specialist, to work on both problems at the same time. Like I said, it just kept getting worse. But I was in there for 5 days. Saturday, I did go on John Paul's live stream and let them know that I was admitted and I wasn't able to make a video. I tried to about 6 different times. Every time I go to make one, somebody would come in the room and mess it up. So I finally just figured out that there's 2 things now when you go in a hospital that you don't get, and that's any sleep or be able to make a YouTube video. So keep that in mind if you ever go and think you're going to make a YouTube video while you're in the hospital. That don't work. But anyway, they did manage to get my my sodium level up enough that they could let me come home. My oxygen and everything, all that is fine. I felt better today than I ever have in the last month. I'm feel good enough now that I can go back and start making video more. I can get back to working on the big rig group build, which I know I'm late behind on that, but I know there's several others that's not even got theirs done yet either, so I don't feel too awful bad. But Dylan up there in NYC modeling, I should be able to still make the deadline on his Pro Street build, group build, so I feel better about being able to get back in with the community and get to posting more videos and everything like that. And that's mostly all I wanted to do on this video. I wanted to keep it short. I didn't want to run it so high that, go into too much detail. But like I said, for anybody that's just first time here, this is probably all new to you. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about or anything. But if you would go, watch one of my intro videos, and it would explain everything more about, how I got to this point. And for those that's already subscribed, they already know all that. But that's why I wanted to do it, is just to give those that's already aware of it an update on, how things has been. That's one thing you hear about, the model community. It's just not about building model cars. I mean, we're family, and being family here on this community, you got to be concerned about, the persons or the modelers' health and well-being just as well as you do, you know, of what models they build. I mean, that's the way it is here. Everybody looks out for everybody, and when somebody's health is bad or gets to where they can't do nothing, you know, it concerns those fellow modelers as well, because you're all a group, or we're all a family. So that is what's so important to me. I mean, I can't thank all of you all enough for all the prayers that y'all have sent me to show that, you know, that you're thinking about me, that you're, you know, the wishes that, you know, my health gets better. I really, really appreciate that. And you don't know how much that means. But also, I want to give a shout out to, before I get off here, to Cliff up at GI GI Mechanics Modeling. He called me Saturday. I think it was Saturday. It might have been Sunday when he called me. I can't remember. I was in the hospital. But he called to check on me because he knew, you know, that I was supposed to got the results and everything back, and he wanted to see how, you know, if they did put me in the hospital or whatever. But he gave me a shout out, or told everybody, you know, I was in the hospital Monday night on his live stream. And Cliff, I really appreciate that, and that means a lot, you know. And there's several of you that's on there that tune into his live stream, but y'all probably already know that I was in there anyway. But anyway, I appreciate all of you. If it is the first time you're here, or if you're still here, well, at this time, I really appreciate that you hung around long enough to even listen to this part. But if you are still here, I appreciate it if you go in and like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, this is not just about my health, it's about models. So I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, share it with other people, give shout outs on your videos that about the channel. I really would appreciate that. And if not, you know, that's okay. I mean, I understand. I've got 136 subscribers now, and I didn't think I would have 10, but when I started this channel 3 months ago. So I'm really glad, you know, proud that, you know, I've even got this far, based on the more videos that I have. But it's all to do because of you guys out there that's showing the support and everything for the modeling community and for me, and my health. I know Charlie Mack, he can totally understand what I mean, because he knows what it's like. You know, he's on oxygen. He knows what, you know, kind of battles that you have. There's a lot of others out there that has breathing problems. They all know it too. I mean, you might not be on oxygen, but you still have breathing problems, asthma problems, whatever. That kind of hinders you to building models or painting or anything like a lot of the other guys that there's no problem with their breathing. And I just want to, you know, let everybody know that I'm back home from the hospital, and after 5 days, when I come home, the only thing I done was fell asleep and didn't wake up till the next day. But like I said, I felt better today than I have in over a month. And to me, you know, that's saying a whole lot. I was able to get back in here in the hobby room. It's the first time in a month that I've actually been in here. And that is a goal in itself for me, to just be able to get back in here without being out of the press about it. But anyway, I want to thank all of you all for tuning in, subscribing, and liking the video. Share it if you will. And until I do the next video, I've got a lot of mail call that I've got at least 10 models over here that I've not even got a chance to make a video on. I've got shop cards and everything, you know, that it's just been put behind, that I've not been able to do it, but now that I will, and those will be coming just here shortly, now that I can get in here and start making more videos. But until talk to you again, y'all have a great weekend out there, and like I said, I really appreciate it for what y'all have supported and done. So y'all have a good blessed day and a good weekend, and I'll see you back here the next time right here on Hobby Barn. Thanks, guys.